Welcome back to the BodyMaitre Podcast, where we explore the multidimensional layers of your four bodies: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, and how each level of consciousness shapes your abundance, success, and soul evolution. In our previous episode, we talked about the poor in love, how emotional disconnection, lack of self-love, and the inability to receive love create emptiness and block the flow of abundance. Today, we move into a more practical yet spiritually profound dimension of poverty consciousness, the poor in habits. What is poverty consciousness in habits? Habits are the building blocks of consciousness made visible. They're the repetitive actions that reflect what your inner world truly believes. When we talk about poverty consciousness in habits, we're referring to the energetic patterns that keep a person looping in unproductive, self-sabotaging, or comfort-based routines. From a psychological perspective, habits are the brain's way of conserving energy, creating automatic patterns that run without awareness. From a spiritual perspective, habits are energetic loops, thought forms, and frequencies that become repetitive behaviors within your consciousness field. When those habits are aligned with fear, laziness, or avoidance, they keep your vibration anchored in spiritual stagnation and material lack. Why habits are crucial for abundance and success. Your habits form the energetic rhythm of your life. If your daily patterns are scattered, inconsistent, or driven by comfort seeking, your vibration becomes equally inconsistent. Every habit you repeat either strengthens your connection to higher consciousness or reinforces your connection to the lower collective field. That's why successful, abundant people tend to have daily habits that honor their mind, body, and soul, while those living in habitual poverty unconsciously strengthen the vibration of resistance and avoidance. We often say, your daily habits are your daily vibration. If your vibration is lazy, reactive, or undisciplined, even divine inspiration can't flow into material form. In his book, The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg explains that every habit is made up of three parts: the cue, the routine, and the reward. Spiritually, this mirrors how energetic patterns form. 1. Cue equals energetic trigger or unresolved emotion. 2. Routine equals repeated thought or behavior that tries to soothe the discomfort. 3. Reward equals short-term satisfaction that reinforces the cycle. For example, a person feels anxiety as cue, scrolls endlessly on social media as routine, feels temporary distraction as reward. But energetically, this habit feeds disconnection, self-avoidance, and procrastination, reinforcing poverty in vibration. If this pattern continues daily, the person's life force diminishes, attention fragments, and opportunities fade, because spirit only flows through consistent, grounded action. Habitual poverty is not about external conditions, it's a spiritual laziness. It's the vibration of comfort over growth, avoidance over courage, and pleasure over purpose. These are people who choose temporary comfort, eating, gaming, gossiping, partying, drinking, or escaping, instead of investing their energy into something meaningful. They're not bad people. They're simply energetically numbed by the frequency of the lower collective field. And over time, this leads to emotional and material poverty. In essence, a lazy, comfort-seeking lifestyle cements failure over time. Because stagnation is not neutral, it's a slow descent into energetic decay. And just as success habits are contagious, so are poor habits. If you constantly surround yourself with people who complain, procrastinate, or indulge in distraction, you unconsciously synchronize with their frequency. That's why Spirit often says, your environment is your energy field. To rise, you must consciously choose environments, physical, social, and digital, that uplift your vibration. I've asked Spirit, what are the energetic and subconscious patterns commonly found in those suffering from habitual poverty consciousness? Here's what was revealed through BodyMaitre 4 body research. spiritual body, lower forces, collective influences. This means the person's energy field is being influenced, consciously or unconsciously, by the lower collective consciousness of laziness, apathy, or escapism. Spiritually, this can feel like a fog, a heaviness that keeps one unmotivated and disconnected. These are the energetic parasites that feed on inertia. They whisper, "Just rest a bit more. You can do it tomorrow," or "It doesn't matter." Over time, these lower influences anchor the soul into a vibration of mediocrity. To rise above, one must consciously cut cords from the lower collective field and reconnect to divine will. Mental body, irresponsible programming. This programming is rooted in avoidance of accountability. Psychologically, it shows up as the tendency to blame others, delay decisions, or neglect commitments. Spiritually, it's a lack of ownership over one's co-creative power. When someone carries irresponsible programming, their mental energy becomes scattered and unreliable. They may dream big, but never follow through. They seek comfort rather than consistency, and over time, this mental disarray leads to external instability: financial, emotional, and spiritual. Physical body, easily influenced by others. This is the vibration of weak energetic boundaries. Physically, the person's nervous system lacks grounding and discernment. They absorb others' behaviors and moods easily. You'll notice they adapt their habits to the people around them, even if those habits are unhealthy. Spiritually, this comes from an unanchored root chakra, where the person seeks belonging rather than purpose. When someone is easily influenced, their daily rhythm is not self-generated. It's borrowed from others' energy. That dependency locks them into collective poverty instead of individual mastery. When these three energetic programs align in disharmony, lower collective influence, irresponsibility, and easy influence by others, the result is what we call habitual poverty. Here's how it unfolds. The spiritual body becomes entangled with lower collective frequencies. The mental body avoids responsibility, losing direction and focus. The physical body absorbs external energy, making the person reactive rather than proactive. Together, these create a cycle of inertia, where days pass without growth, where motivation fades, and where comfort becomes the silent killer of purpose. Habitual poverty is a spiritual sedative. It keeps the soul asleep while the world moves on. To heal habitual poverty, you must first take back command of your rhythm. Habits are spiritual structures, and structures can be reprogrammed. Here are 3 key steps. 1. Reclaim your mornings. The first hour sets the tone for the day. Avoid screens, connect with light, breath, and gratitude. 2. Anchor responsibility as a sacred act. Discipline isn't punishment, it's devotion. Every time you follow through, your soul's power grows. 3. Upgrade your environment. Surround yourself with people, spaces, and content that reflect your higher vibration. Energy is contagious, so choose wisely. Remember, spirit supports momentum, not perfection. You don't have to change everything overnight. You only need to begin. Habits are the bridges between thought and manifestation. They are how spirit expresses through matter. If your habits align with your higher truth, abundance becomes inevitable. If your habits align with lower comfort, disconnection becomes predictable. Ask yourself tonight, are my habits feeding my light or my limitations? Because that one question can change your entire destiny. In the next episode, we'll explore the poor in money and wealth, how energetic imbalance and karmic patterns create relational poverty. Until then, stay aware, stay consistent, and stay connected with your divine rhythm. Thank you for listening to the BodyMaitre Podcast. If this episode resonates with you, like, share, and subscribe to continue your journey of energetic mastery and abundance consciousness. See you in the next episode. The Poor in Money and Wealth.